Hello, my name is Laura Magdalene Eisenhower, and I'm here with,
My name is Madison Truesdell.
and we are the Justice Twins. And it's very exciting to introduce ourselves because we pretty much had a revelation together when we spent some time together recently, and we were sitting, side by side having conversation, and it was pretty amazing because the conversation was about, what can we possibly do to take down the dark forces on Earth, particularly in the face of an election that's coming. And we had all sorts of revelations. But before we get into it, I'm going to share a little bit about me. People might know me already. I'm an international speaker. I consider myself a global alchemist, an intuitive astrologist, and a cosmic mythologist. And I'm the great-granddaughter of President Eisenhower. So I've been doing a lot of work pretty much my whole life, on a mission. But in the last 5 years, as a public person on all sorts of matters. So taking it into a new direction, we are the Justice Twins. And Madison, tell us a little bit about you.
I am a Reiki. I study Reiki not just for the purposes of healing one-on-one. It's really about healing the planet and healing our paradigm so that we can step into a new dimension. I teach yoga. I am constantly fascinated by alchemy and how we can have a better relationship with the elements in our lives, all kinds of elements of our lives, both physical and non-physical, in order to create a more magical reality. And I've teamed up with Laura because our visions are incredibly aligned in that we want to actually bring forth a level of justice into this world. And I'll let Laura start introducing a little more about what the Justice Twins is.
Right. So when we started to realize that we had very similar visions, we realized that it wasn't just similar. They were pretty much identical. We also really tapped into just our cosmic connection and past lives and pretty much everything. And so with all that, and with that empoweredness and that knowingness and what our connection means and what it's capable of doing, we are developing a website and have a Facebook page called Justice Twins, and basically it's sharing certain missions that other people can join us on, things that people might feel called to do.
With these recent Ferguson protests and riots, as much as, yes, we need to be out there, we need to be saying that this isn't fair, that there is a level of justice that's missing. Our idea is to really work with the police force and work with the government in general and all the officials who really are here to uphold a level of order. Instead of just going out and protesting or rioting in the streets, it's more, what we're creating is more strategic and action-oriented instead of just kind of unorganized saying that you guys have wronged us.
Exactly. And so what we're trying to do is bring people in, and it isn't about, an us against them or going into battle mode. That's actually what they want us to do. Start a revolution so that they can throw us into a police state. And so our approach, this is something I've been thinking about for years, and when I shared it with her, it completely resonated, and, this has been something that, has been in the back of her thoughts too, where we would, yes, appeal to the values of sheriffs and police, and appeal to, the fact that a lot of them are parents, and just appeal to their integrity and the fact that they signed up to be of service. And instead of protesting, our approach is going to be, writing letters. I'm personally going to try and set up meetings with specific sheriffs, pretty much any sheriff that's willing to sit with me, and really inform them about what's going on behind the scenes and what criminal activity is taking place. And anything from getting advice from them or having them, assist directly is what this is all about. And so we want people to do this as well. Go to their local police department and present something to them, maybe what I have written, which, can be something that we print up and everybody has to, share with the police. But just for an example, Hillary Clinton and her criminal activity, and calling her out on what she's done to people like Kathy O'Brien, who has shared her story. You can Google her name. And she actually was a sex slave. And this is an atrocity that doesn't make sense to be. How could somebody possibly get away with this, let alone run for president with this on their record? So anyway, that's one example.
What we're trying to do is truly be like a Justice League or something in this world, so that people that are, and we all know about this, we all know that there's people in power that do certain things and they get away with it time after time, and it continues to happen because they have the money and the power and the support of the public, who's largely unconscious of what's really happening because it's not being talked about on mainstream news outlets or any news outlets that has enough money and funding to go anywhere and be really like shared worldwide. So what we're trying to do is raise awareness on local levels and connect with people around the country who are willing to do something like this, to really like take this and drive up awareness in the system itself, rather than just freaking out or acting like, you know, we're all going into the New World Order, because we don't have to be going into the New World Order, especially if we are raising awareness with our local sheriffs and befriending them, rather than creating this illusion of, duality.
Yeah, that's what I love about it, because who wants to fight? I mean, you know, and these people are souls in a human body. I mean, maybe some aren't, but the whole point is, you know, these individuals, you know, have families. They care about, you know, their children's future. They really don't know what's going on. They would be probably taking a lot more action if they did. And we owe it to them and ourselves to share this, you know, with mutual respect, because how are we going to move into unity consciousness if we are in judgment of the police force, or expecting that, you know, they are not going to, you know, help us out? And with the amount of police departments and the amount of cops that are out there, you know, maybe it is going to be 1 out of 5 that helps, or maybe, you know, even better, it'll be 3 out of 5. But just having a few is going to make all the difference in the world, because we are still at a place in this window period where we stand a chance. And if we don't jump on board right now and take advantage of the opportunities to create incredible change, we're going to be looking back, wishing we had, and we are going to be moving into a future that is pretty horrifying. So we have a Facebook page, and it's called, we mentioned earlier in this, it's called JusticeTwins, and, you know, just join and put a like down, and we plan on getting everybody's email address to, you know, send out, you know, different missions and different, you know, projects, and you can write back if you're interested, and, you know, and then, you know, we're gonna just go for it.
We're really just looking to attract people who are dissatisfied with the way the world's moving now and don't want to submit to this fear tactic of, we're going to go into a new world order and lose all our control and everything's going to be horrible. This is just all about really creating and taking charge and being a part of building the future that we all really do want to be a part of, something where we can feel protected, aligned, safe, and unified.
And we deserve it, and it's about Gaia. You know, the real leader here is Mother Earth, and we need to answer to her and listen to her and exercise discernment, strengthen our intuition, you know, come together as a unified front and an army of light. And this is what Madison and I are doing as the Justice Twins. And, you know, it's really about equality. You know, we're taking a leadership role, but when we bring people in, you know, it's about, you know, also hearing ideas and possible missions we can do from other people, you know. So it's really about group participation, and I'm very excited. It was a huge revelation when we had it, and it shifted so much. Like, this is just a really deep calling and a huge part of, you know, what we came here to do. So thank you so much for listening and for your interest, and hopefully you'll find us on that Facebook page, and we'll start to just transform the world, change ourselves, and take the higher road.
We really want you to come together and be a part of your own local organization and share with us what people are wanting in your local area, so that we can just really start connecting the dots around the whole country and then eventually globally around the whole world.
Yep, and it ripples out and it connects the dots, and when we see the paper trail that we're going to leave behind, when it's necessary to see that paper trail, when maybe things get to that point where, you know, we have to show that, you know, these are all the different steps we've taken. You know, a lot of people are going to have to answer to why they didn't help, including the police department, especially when they are being approached with respect. So this really, at the end of the day, as we move forward in the future, really, makes us look good instead of, keeping this division alive, which we see when there are protests, which of course they end up using against us. So anyway, really looking forward to your participation and hope you'll join us. We all have a collective purpose. If people, wonder what my purpose is, I can tell you right now that this might be it. I think this is all our purpose, to step up and to, do all that we can in a way that, shows the light of our integrity and compassion and sense of unification. And the police are included in that, and they need to do their job as well.
There's people all around the world that have these ideas for a better world, and there's things that they're very passionate about individually, but we need some kind of organization in order for us to really take what we're all passionate about to the next level, and this is it. So we really, really hope you can connect with us on Facebook, like Laura's been saying, or and get on our mailing list. We're about to be launching a website, and we're going to stay connected here on YouTube so that we can continue releasing videos on a regular basis so that everyone can stay informed.
Thank you so much, everybody.